Okay, so today we are going to be replacing the muffler with this. Zoom was in. So, in order to cut the muffler out, you will need a sawzall, which I don't have on me right now, or something to cut the muffler. This is the muffler on a stock F-150. Okay? This muffler is 26 inches long. And yes, it is running right now, and yes, it is a little long. So, what you will need to do is cut somewhere around here on this side. Somewhere around here, up toward here. To get the muffler completely off, however, you need to take off the hangers. There's one here, there's one on the other side. Now, the easy part is cutting. The fun part is that. So instead of welding it on, I'm going to use these bands. These bands are 9/16. I don't know if that'll focus, but it's a 9/16. You'll probably want deep sockets because you do not. And this battery is about to die. Fun. So I'm not going to show you how to cut it or pull the mounts off. However, when you do actually measure, a Sharpie comes in handy to mark the lines. I have a tape measure. It has two bands. This is 30 inches, so we will cut 30 inches so this entire pipe will fit. Now we're going to do a before and an after test. I'm going to let the engine warm up a little bit. That exhaust tip will eventually come off. This will come off and then it'll be replaced because, well, it's got holes and it sticks like 6 inches out from the side. So I'm going to go let this battery charge. Let it charge up. I will then cut it, get the old muffler off, let this battery charge while I'm doing that, and then we'll get a look at this when it's all put together. So it's been a couple of days since I've done anything with this. My metal blade was dull and it broke, and it's been really windy, and I don't want to do a video like this in the wind. So anyway, as I said in the beginning of the video, I was going to go ahead and get everything cut and then show you guys everything afterwards. I didn't show you what it looked like without the pipe or without the muffler, but this is what it looks like completed. Okay, so it's no longer a muffler here, it's a pipe. Now, because this is light enough, you do not have to put anything back in these exhaust brackets. You don't have to put anything up there. Exhaust hangers, my bad. So that is why there's nothing on here. It's nothing above that pipe holding it up other than the pipe itself. So I'll repeat earlier, these are 9/16. These are pretty freaking tight. I could probably go a little bit tighter on them. I don't remember what the torque specs are on them. I don't have a torque wrench, that's why they're not torqued properly. This one, same way, 9/16. It's not torqued down properly because I don't have a torque wrench. However, it's pretty damn tight. Now, in order to get this up on here, because I did this myself, I had to put this sleeve, this van clamp, over this pipe, bring this pipe up, slide the clamp over it, and pretty much squeeze this down as best as I could while holding the pipe up and tightening this down. And got that done, got this pipe secured enough to where it held its own weight, or where the band held up the pipe. That way I could line this side up. Now, this pipe is being held up by that exhaust hanger down there. So when you cut the muffler off, this will drop. It's not going to completely fall off the truck, but it will tilt down, it will rotate. And when you put this clamp on, you want to get it as tight as you can and still be able to rotate the pipe. So you want it tight, but you want to be able to rotate the pipe. That way you can get it centered and lined back up properly. But anyway, this is all now done. And give me just a second and I'll show you the muffler outside of the truck. So this is the muffler outside of the truck. This thing is massive. It's pretty heavy. Now, those of you who don't know what mufflers are, it's in the sound that they muffle, or it's in the name, they muffle the sound. Yeah, that sucked. They muffle the sound of the noise coming out of the engine, if that makes sense. Basically, it makes your engine quieter. I took this out because my truck is my only quiet vehicle. My motorcycle is pretty loud, my car is pretty loud, and my truck is moderately loud. It's not too loud, it's not near as loud as my car or my bike, but it's a lot louder now. But there are baffles all throughout this. So I don't know how exactly this muffler works, but just give you an idea. The exhaust will come in this side from the engine. This is the engine side, so it'll come in here. It probably comes up here, does a 45 this way, another 45, and there's chambers all along here that the sound bounces back and forth in, which in return gives you a quieter exhaust. So without further ado, let's see what she sounds like. So, there you go, guys. That is what this thing sounds like without a muffler. The truck had been running for a little bit, so it wasn't cold revved. But yeah, that's a lot louder than I thought it was going to be. Because when I first fired it up, the high idle was, a lot louder than normal. But once it died out and went down to normal idle, it's pretty quiet. That was a lot louder than I thought it was going to be. But thank you guys for watching this video. You have a good day.